Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm Zhang, having worked for plant rental services in Japan for a long time. Today's topic is about propagation of our houseplants. One of my previous videos showed revival of Ficus Umbellata, and a branch cut off at that time will be used today. We can apply the same propagation method for other ficus trees as Ficus Altessima, Ficus Benghalensis Audrey, fiddle-leaf fig, and rubber trees. In a cold season, this could work well as long as your plant is placed at a warm room approximately above 20 Celsius degree with sufficient sunlight as we live. Please feel free to try it if you prefer. The method is quite simple. Please drop off all leaves. A bed on the top of the branch can be left and wash it if there are some insects attached. Then we divide the branch into several pieces with the same length. Diagonal cutting faces would be nice. If upper part of the edge saves much water due to the shape against gravity, this can be easily went wrong. A piece with new buds will relatively work well for this according to houseplants production experts. Since roots are come out from nodes, we should bury nodes in a pot. This requires some adjustment of how to cut the branch for propagation. The tip doesn't matter if you would use a big and deep pot, otherwise we have to be careful for it. When I was less experienced about propagation, I had no idea why some cases were successful and others were not. Having noticed about this tip, I had less failures of propagation anymore. Cutting a branch into many pieces, opting for many offsprings, might not work well. Relatively lengthy pieces would be preferred. I wouldn't care for soils and use standard soils for potted plants. We can softly fill out the pot with the soils. Now I'm steadily going on, and this time 35 pots were filled with soils. Before putting the branch pieces in each pot, we can water the soils since stems of Ficus Umbellata is soiled. We can directly put them into relatively hard and moisture soils. For plants with soft stems as peperomia and pothos, watering after planting would be better. This is a way how to plant the pieces of the branches. Please be careful not to invertly plant them. You can find the right direction by watching the shape of the node which the leaves were cut off. The cutting edge of the node should look like a triangle heading below. Again, roots will come out of the node, therefore planting will be done as the node touches the soils. If it is unsuccessful, stems will get stuck or withered after 10 days of the treatment. In case, please discard them. Just with this procedure, we can easily propagate our houseplants. We can efficiently make use of branches cut off out of revival, which is too good to waste. After watering once, these pots will be dried so that roots extend themselves to look for water somewhere in the soils. On the contrary, roots will not be extended when water is always around. Please sufficiently water the pot when the surface of the pot soils gets dried. This time stems were planted without any pretreatment. The success rate may be increased when the pieces of the stems are soaked with plant fertilizers or treated with agents of germination before planting. Also, the propagation process can be supported at a relatively warm temperature with relatively high humidity. Such optimal conditions would be pursued. We can plant branches which the roots will come out after soaking them in water. Since fig tree as umbellata can easily grow the roots, I would take the current way of direct planting the stems. I could finish like that. Now the pots can be managed at a warm and bright light place. This propagation was done half a year ago. I made many propagations at that time, however, half of them become withered. Nonetheless, remaining stems are very well managed. The survived ones will be revived by taking the leaves away when the warm season has come, likely resulting in greatly growing up. Planting 3 stems in a pot as such could be an efficient way of propagation, since a few of the 3 are expected to be survived, and then a frequency of discarding pots can be less. You can imagine one branch placed in one pot, and then this pot withered. I wish every propagated stems this time would be successful. That's all for today. If you show any interest, please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to like the video. Many thanks for watching and bye bye. By the way, please be careful that hands get dirty when you work with fig trees.